truce violations, as well as international reaction. For now on the program, world leaders will be spending the end of the week at an exclusive resort in the Bavarian Alps, where the latest G7 summit will take place. As always, they won't be going alone. Some 20,000 protesters are expected to attend the demonstrations, and U.S. forces based in the region are bracing for their arrival. This report now with RT's Peter Oleh in Munich.
It's here in Munich that the first of the major anti-G7 demonstrations will get underway on Thursday. And upwards of 15,000 police officers have been drafted in to try and keep the peace. This year, special security measures have been brought in for US military personnel stationed here in Bavaria. Well, they've been ordered to keep a low profile and banned from travelling either here to Munich or to the town of Garmisch-Partenkirchen, where the actual summit will take place. They've also been instructed not to wear uniform or to speak English loudly in public places in an attempt to prevent potential clashes between themselves and anti-G7 demonstrators. Now, RT contacted US military command in Europe, and they gave us this statement about what they're instructing their servicemen and women to do and not to do.
Due to the size of these protests and the possibility of violence, DoD personnel will avoid any areas of public demonstration throughout Germany during June the 4th to the 8th, 2015.
I'll be bringing you all of the latest from the G7 over the next few days here on RT. Reporting from Munich, I'm Peter Oleh.
Good to have you with us today. A senior Tajik police officer has defected to Islamic State. That's despite spending years in US military training bases undergoing counter-terrorism courses.
Я 3 раза был в Америке. Я видел, как учите бойцов, как их подготовляете, чтобы убивать мусульман. 2003 год, штат Луизиана, город Батон-Руж, проходил спецподготовку спецназа в Америке. 2008 год, спецподготовка в американском штате, то же самое штат Луизиана, город Батон-Руж. 2008 год, по 2003 по 2008 год проходил спецподготовку в Америке в военном базе Blackwater.
Gulmurod Khalimov continues to say they were trained to fight against Muslims and Islam, and threatens that he will now take his gun and extract revenge. We contacted the US institutions involved in his training for more information on this man. The training organization Academy, which is the current owner of the facilities where the man was taught, answered that they did everything with the approval of the US government, while the Pentagon told us that individual services are the ones responsible for training, so we would need to contact those. A Middle East expert, Daoul Khairallah, claims the Pentagon's policies have directly contributed to the growth of Islamic State.
The US is training terrorists now in Jordan and in Turkey, and giving them arms, giving them very modern arms, and letting them fight to achieve political objectives. This fellow is trained. He knows all the tactics that the US officer, the US military, police, or whatever, has shared with him. And now he knows what intimately some American policemen know for security purposes. And if he is with ISIS, he is going to share this information that he gained from the US with ISIS. And this is part of the effectiveness of ISIS in the area.
A number of cases of defection to Islamic State have also been reported in recent years. Only in January, a dozen former French soldiers joined ISIL, as well as up to 3,000 Free Syrian Army members. July last year, a Syrian brigade of 1,000 soldiers signed up to the ranks of Islamic State. And civil rights activist Brian Becker believes such shifts to Islamic State are a kind of blowback.
We can see over and over again since the United States starting to help the Mujahideen, so-called Osama bin Laden in Afghanistan in 1978, that there have been multiple defections, not a few, but hundreds and then thousands of people who were trained by the United States, trained for one purpose, who then turned against the United States, turned in this case into supporters of Taliban in Afghanistan or Osama bin Laden, Al-Qaeda, or today Islamic State. This keeps happening over and over again. It's called blowback.